Welcome to Africa 360 Online TV. Here we pride ourselves with bringing to you the undiluted perspectives of all issues, red and hot from the continent. From politics, social cultural issues, and entertainment, we know that you love the content you're about to view, so sit tight and enjoy it.
Streets of Ikeja under bridge again to find out what is going on by the newspaper stand. You can hear the arguments going on. There's a heated argument on the headlines of newspapers, and we have some that are all over the newspapers. Come along with me, let's find out what is going on, what the headlines are. The most heated argument going on this morning by the newspaper stand here has to do with the Buhari's village head being kidnapped and the bandits that killed 10 people in Katsina. Come along with me on this journey. I'm sure it's going to be an interesting one. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please, what's your name?
My name is Ibe.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, there's this trending headline on almost all the newspapers that we found this morning, and this is Daily Sun. On Daily Sun, it has it that Buhari's village head was kidnapped as bandits killed 10 in Katsina. Please, what do you have to say about this?
Well, what I have to say about this is that Buhari himself is not there in his village, and these are terrorists. So it is within his prerogative, within his power, to send down force over there to take control about those miscreants over there.
What happened in Daura and Katsina State is not the first time. Before the election, it has been happening, and during the election, it almost happened. And now after the election, it has happened again. If it happened in the president's state and in the president's hometown for that matter, that shows the level of degeneration of security situation in Nigeria. That even now, if I were to be the president, I would be thinking of myself, whether one day they will come and kidnap me. Because one paper reported that the man Umar kidnapped is an in-law to Buhari. So if they can go to that extent to do that, it means the president himself has so neglected the security situation in this country, which he used to campaign in 2015 against President Jonathan, ex-President Jonathan then, that when he come in 3 months, the security situation of this country would have been balanced. But now we are in the 4th year of his reign in Nigeria. The security situation is getting worse and worse every day. And if anybody disagree with me, the people, the gunmen who did what they did in Daura yesterday want to prove a point that if we can go to the president's hometown and abduct, then there is no place in the north that we cannot enter.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
What's the name?
Anitya Nanta is my name.
What's your name?
Additional.
Nice meeting you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, I just want to ask you a first one on this headline on this day. It says kidnappers attack Daura, abduct district head Umar, 17 others killed in Katsina. What do you have to say about that in terms of security in Nigeria?
Yes, we have security challenges in this country, and this government is trying its best. You see, in a country we have almost about 201 million people. If you look at the number of the security personnel we have, it's not much. But this government, on their own part, they believe that, okay, security should be a collective responsibility. and they are trying their best to make sure that things are done at the right position. But the point is this: you see, whatever we are facing now is as a result of leadership failure in the past. What we ought to have done in the past that we failed to have done, that is what we are seeing the result now. You understand what I'm saying? We cannot just pin it down on this particular government. You see, government is a continuous process, and then government will come, government will go. You see, you understand what I'm saying? On the part of this government, they are trying their best based on the available resources they are at their disposal. Are you getting my point? That's just it. No, there's no nation in the world that is free from security challenges. You understand? But as far as this government is concerned, they are trying their best. And I've explained to you the situation of security in Nigeria then before this government came on board. And I've explained to you.
What's your name?
My name is Olaniwaju Badmus.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Yeah.
I'd like to know your name, sir.
Yeah, my name is Dominic. I'm Mr. Dominic.
Nice meeting you, sir. So what do you think about this headline that I've just told you about?
Yes. It's not a new thing that security is not collapse in Nigeria. But we thought with the experience our president today have as an military head that things should have changed. Instead, it became worse. It became worse. Security is worse now. Even as we are saying here, we don't know the next thing that will happen. So if I want to contribute to this, I will advise Nigerians to be vigilant anywhere they are, because I think this is more than the government as of now. Whenever you are, be security conscious anywhere you are, because you don't know who is who behind you. So there are many people dying every day. But to thank God today we are in Lagos enjoying life in abundance. Have even boat, just the boat, talking to ourselves like this, you know. But some people are not opportune like that to speak the way we are speaking this morning somewhere else. You understand? So we have to be thankful to God for that.
Daura is the hometown of the head of state. If this will happen in his hometown, think of what will happen in other places that do not have such a man. To take this is to tell you that the security and every other thing that we are putting, crying for, say there's security, there's this and that, does not work. Some years ago, the chief of army staff was told to pack to Maiduguri, that he's going to Maiduguri to bring the insecurity down. But we found out that immediately went to Maiduguri, the insecurity, by then the Boko Haram multiplied into other faces. Now we have herdsmen. We have herdsmen. So when herdsmen came, we thought people started saying they are Fulani herdsmen. Give them license, give them land, give them where they will be doing their rearing, forgetting that it's a private business. The Igbo man that is in Alaba International Market pay for the shop. The Igbo man or the Yoruba man that is in Computer Village here pay for his shop. Nobody gave, federal government did not give him house free, accommodation free, any assistance. But to them they say, hey, Fulani men, because they are supported by the people from above, should be given free this and free that. Look at it. When we are talking of herdsmen, and I mean we are saying that we are defeating them. Before you know it, bandit. And now we are told that the bandits are still the same Boko Haram. And what is Boko Haram? Who is Boko Haram? How do the Boko Haram come into existence in this nation? Why are they in the northeast? And are still really in there. Make election tomorrow. You will see here that northeast has 10 million votes. And they are dying every day. They have 10 million votes. And when you talk, they say, don't you know that they marry 10, they marry 5? Who is fooling who? If Buhari should be practical and realistic, he will know that he has failed the nation.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Oh, I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Chuks.
Nice meeting you, sir. The line here says, kidnappers attack Daura, abduct district head Umar. 17 others killed in Katsina. What do you have to say about that, sir, in terms of security in Nigeria?
Okay.
actually is very unfortunate and unfortunate. Very unfortunate that insecurity is happening in our present place. And then it's unfortunate also that people are being killed. However, for such a happen in present place means we Nigerians are not safe. When this administration came on board, we are talking of Boko Haram, but it has degenerated from Boko Haram to herdsmen killing, to banditry, and to many other things. I mean, this government has performed abysmally. In terms of security, they have performed woefully.
We have come to the end of today's edition. You can agree with me that people are not just happy with what happened in Buhari's village and also the bandits that killed about 10 people or 17, because in this day newspaper they said 17, killed in Katsina. People are not just happy with the insecurity in Nigeria, and they feel that they believe that it's not supposed to be so. They also believe that for Buhari to come back for this second tenure, that his first tenure he should have done something. So what are your thoughts about this? Why not leave them in our comment section? Thanks for watching, and see you next time when we come your way.
Until we come your way again, this has been a production of Africa 360 Online Television. Click the subscription button to subscribe to our channel, and be sure to get the best of interviews, entertainment, and politics. You can also follow us on all our social media handles showing on the screen: Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you'd love Africa 360 Online TV to cover your event, please call 090-825-71511 or send an email to wakeupafrica360@gmail.com.